Hello, Ayala.
Hello, Jen.
Welcome to There's Always Something Digital. And by digital, I mean, for those who are listening to this podcast, There's Always Something, that we are on opposite sides of Melbourne whilst doing this podcast for the very first time.
That's true. Normally we're cuddled up together, usually in my lounge room.
Yeah, with that nice lighting. But we, just because getting jobs just ruined us, and now we don't have any time for anything, and now we are recording this on our respective work lunch breaks. I mean, that's what it's come to.
Should we co-quit?
Co-quit. I do like that. How have you been?
I'm good.
Good week, good week.
Good week, tired week, small people, up in the night, don't know why. They feel the need to come and wake me up to tell me that they woke up and they can't get back to sleep.
Tell them to send you a text. They come and see me. Well, have you reconsidered that whole adoption thing?
Only if you can adopt me out.
Me personally?
No, adopt me out, and I heard there's a vacancy at the Beckhams.
That is an excellent solution. If I may, I've got just a couple of quick Beckham-related things.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, I finally watched the Victoria Beckham series on Netflix, and I didn't think much of her before, except that she's an excellent designer. But now I low-key love her and want to be her best friend.
Oh,
you found it boring. You found it boring, didn't you? And that whole series boring. I thought she was great. I was well into. I think she's hysterical.
She just didn't go very deep.
And I thought you're on record as liking depth.
I am.
Yeah. Okay. But I think even more so I want to be best friends with her now. But I don't think it's reciprocal because if you recall, I needed to send her a message. I was supposed to do it last year about something to do with the football club. Because
now we're talking about our Victoria Beckham, Australian way,
which is still the same Victoria Beckham that's in that Netflix documentary. And so I had to message her for something to do with the football club that her kids and my stepson are all in. And I wrote a wonderfully composed text to her, warm, informative, not pushy, etc. And that was about 2 weeks ago, and she's left me on red.
What was the text saying? Like there's a barbecue at the footy club, or
hi Victoria. Hope you've had a good start to the year. Maybe the fact that I called her Victoria is where I went wrong. Hi Victoria. Hope you've had a good start to the year. I'm not sure if you're aware, but both of our kids are in the same football club, and I was wondering if you were free to catch up. I've got an idea I wanted to run by you to help promote the girls' teams at the club.
Maybe that's not enough information for her. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think it was so long ago. I'm sure I put or let me know who at your business, looks after.
So you're making it clear it was a business.
Yeah. Yeah. And she didn't reply.
Oh, good. Well, she's interested.
Do I follow up on WhatsApp? Because it's just a different channel. Yeah, do I do it on a different service, or do I just let it go?
Well, the salesperson in me is saying
follow up on a different channel.
Yeah.
If only I had her email address. Anyway, or I handball it to the president of the club and make it his.
Yeah. Well, if he knows it.
Yeah, I think he does. Okay. All right. Good. Right on the list. I'll do that.
Solved.
Do you have something this week? Because I have one.
Good. Go. No. Well, probably, but as if I could remember. I feel like I'm very dazed today and couldn't possibly make a decision.
Well, it's a Friday. It's the most exhausting day of the week.
I've already started worrying internally the fact that I don't know what I want to cook for dinner.
Oh.
Every mother's problem.
Would you ever batch cook? Not in my house. The father cooks.
Yeah, I know. That's a joy.
So lucky. And our veggie garden is thriving. He's getting herbs out of the garden. He's not even buying anything in a glass jar, which just blows my mind. I have something this week.
Have you ever bought a herb? You don't buy them in glass jars.
Oh, no. I mean, like, if you're getting your dolmios.
Like, have you ever been in a kitchen?
I think there's one attached to the bathroom,
Oh, a
like, over the back there.
dolmio.
Yeah, like, dolmen, they have, like, a basil and something or Italian herbs flavour. He'll
Yeah.
crush the tomatoes himself and
I'm
then
probably
add
gonna look. I hate
You
to
do that
spoil my own story, but I'm probably gonna do deconstructed tacos for dinner.
What is deconstructed? That it's chips?
Yeah, so I still do
So it's nachos?
it's catering to small people that nobody likes the same thing, but I refuse to serve different meals. So I just
Okay.
give them one of those trays. Like, those, like, if you were, what are they called? Like, if you were in prison, those trays where they put the slop in the different
Yeah.
sections. I do the same with, like, here's some cheese, here's some tomato, here's some meat. I'll do rice. I'll also do, like, the hot corn chip that you hold it in.
Yum.
Yeah.
Right, what
They'll
time
call
should
it
I be
deconstructed
over?
because I just don't put it all in together for them. I let them do it themselves.
What time should I be there for my
5:05.
deconstructed slop tray? Okay, got it.
5:05.
Anyway. So my something is that you can't just audition for a Spotlight ad and not get it.
Not picked.
No. So I've auditioned for it.
Not picked. Picked.
No,
Picked.
not. You can't. And then have I double negged? Just act excited. It's good news. So anyway, well, look. Sorry for the phrasing there, but I bloody got the Spotlight ad.
Oh my God, did they use your creative? Do you
Well,
get
no,
to
we've
charge
got to
extra
redo
for
it.
production?
I've got a 2-day shoot with an extra day for wet weather pending.
I can't believe they're refilming that. That is idiotic.
It's perfect. Yeah. So I just can't believe it. And I remember I called Rob and he was like, "What the beep?" Because he just thought it was so funny. I'm like, right? It's the funniest thing. And I
Which
get to
part,
shoot
the
it.
video or the fact that you got hired?
Got hired off the
Why is
back of
that
the video.
funny? Of
I know,
course you
because
got
I'm
hired.
not an actor. Like, I'm not an actor, and I'm going to be. And I rechecked the sort of original email, and it's obviously it's a TVC, but also will be used online. Could be point of sale. Can you imagine me next to the bloody counter thing, like a wobbler on the shelf? Pause and potential billboard like that. It's just like I have to like sign away that they can use it wherever they want.
Fantastic. Please do.
Yeah. And I've thrown my hat in for another homewares because that might be my specialty, that I'm a homewares mime. Is that a thing?
Homewares mime. This is perfect.
Homewares mime performer. So yeah. So that shoots next week. So I'll come back with all the interesting stories around that. But I'm terrified that I'm going to be shit because I am not an actor. And I have no
How could you
experience.
possibly be shit, you beautiful little mime, you?
Oh, thanks.
You're my world's favourite mime.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Charlie.
Speaking of miming, I don't know if are you watching Dog Park on the ABC? I doubt it.
I haven't started. That's the one that you feature in.
Well, my episode
has happened.
Episode 4. I have an episode I think it's about 10 minutes into episode 4 on iView for those who are listening and are curious, but I'll post it. I can post it on the gram. I had my appearance in Dog Park is out there in the world, and I have to laugh because it is definitely not the take that I would have chosen if I was the director or the editor or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it was in my defense, it was my one take when they said, "Okay, just act disinterested, just be on your phone and act disinterested." I only did that once, and I did it once, and that's the one they chose. So I mean, with versatility, I got to tell Spotlight, because for the first like 10 takes, I was consoling this upset kid because it found a dead bird type thing, or a sick bird.
Yeah, but that doesn't feel real as a parent.
No, and then I can't remember what the other one was. There was a different thing, and then it was like, just use your phone. I'm like, all right, and that's the one they've taken. I'll put it on the gram, and you can. Have you even seen it? I did send it to you.
I have. I've replayed it a lot of times.
Oh, you're so cute. Do you want me to sign something? You can get my signature tattooed across your chest or something.
Right, but also somebody else says something, I think one of the children, and I just could not understand, and I just could not believe that they had aired something where people like me are like, What? What do you
Did
say?
you have subtitles on? Oh, yeah, I recorded subtitles and you didn't understand.
Yeah,
Something
and I was
about
just like, yeah.
when he's better, can we keep him, I think. But remember how he was like
Be
the lesser of the two actors? I think the other guy should have had
well,
the
that was
second one.
apparent. I mean, I hate to critique a young and up-and-coming, well, not even up-and-coming, he's on a show.
Yeah, yeah. So it's also a lot more FaceTime. I think it's only 5 seconds or something, but it is a lot more time on screen than I thought I would get. So
Really?
yeah, I thought it'd just be like a cut, like a real quick fuzzy back, because I was there as a background extra, not as the bloody hero at the vet. So now I'm thinking, do we prepare ourselves for me to be nominated for the Graham Kennedy Award for Best New Talent at the Logies? I think
Love
so.
it.
I think so.
I'm super
and then I'm hoping
about this spotlight ad. Can you just ask for, can I get some sort of voucher? I mean, the irony of you doing a spotlight ad when I'm the one that goes to spend all my bloody money there.
Yeah. Well, I've told you to sign with my agent.
Yeah, I need to sign with your agent. Yeah.
Because you probably would have been cast.
Yeah, this full-time, no, I don't think so. Because my kids would have ruined my audition tape. This job I'm doing is really interfering with my personal life. I mean, I want to be going to agents. I mean, not much else. Maybe some podcasting. I'd like to catch up on some TV.
Yeah.
I mean, we've just got time to work. Soccer's back. We're adding, I've got another kid going to do soccer. Thank God, same club. And then now we're adding netball in.
Gosh. Is Mumu playing with Harper Beckham? They're famous netballing family.
Would you like me to make you feel good about, I will not say what child?
Panda. It's always Panda. Okay, no, all right.
It's okay. No comment. No comment.
Okay. So.
All right, are you ready?
Go on. The artist that may or may not be Panda.
Now, you won't be able to read this on camera.
Sorry for just laughing, listeners. If you're watching this, you will know why I'm laughing. Ye has just held up a piece of paper with a note on screen to me. I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing, but I saw the first two words and they were colourful.
Let me read this to you. Great. So, picture bedtime.
Mm-hmm.
The soothing sounds of classical music, mood lighting, fluffy warm sheets. And then you have someone that doesn't want to go to bed and is screaming and screaming and screaming. And I come into my office, which is right next to, I sit in the office while I'm waiting for these kids to calm down. And essentially, I prison guard. So every time they come out of their rooms, I put them back in. They come out, I put them back in. They come, blah, blah, blah. So I come out from one of them, and the other one has left me a handwritten note, Jen. Let me read you said note.
Please.
Fuck you, Mum. This is what you get if you don't let me have my iPad. And then there's a return side. It's so beautiful. Mum, why do you not love me? This is what you get. You are the worst. Can I have my iPad?
Oh, my God. Well, you've got to laugh or you'll cry, I guess. Give us the whole story and how are you guys still fighting? Like, and does the kid have the iPad?
Well,
tell us everything.
We are now at an iPad ban for the entire month. Because here's the mistake, and I hate to go back to my friend Dr. Phil, but the kid has shown me his currency, and his currency is that dopamine hit scrolling on the iPad and playing games on the iPad and whatever. So, that's his currency. So every time he swears at me or hits me or, like yesterday, sat on the couch, I'm talking feet up, like this, naked, with an iPad.
It's definitely Panda.
Right? Make me breakfast. And I was like, what are you going to have today, buddy? Make me rice bubbles. And so I put the box on the table and I said, okay, there we go. Now you go get your bowl, your spoon, you put the milk in. If it spills, that's okay. We've got some paper towel, but you've got to do it all yourself. Let's go, buddy. We eat at the table. And he gets up and he gets the box of rice bubbles and he pours it upside down onto the floor. And his sister went to, like, stop him. And I was like, no, if someone's going to have bad behavior, you let them have bad behavior and then they suffer the consequences. And she was like, okay. So then I got him the dustpan to clean it up. So he broke the dustpan in half. And same thing. Fuck you, Mum. I hate you. He goes, you're being so mean to me. Because I make them make their own breakfast.
Oh, my God, this kid. Okay.
Follow up, and because I make them eat it at the table.
Yeah, right.
And
you are the worst.
Yeah, I'm the worst. I'm the pits. It's like dealing with a junkie, though, this iPad stuff. The iPad, it's like, honestly, it's like taking a crack pipe out of a junkie's hand. So I was just like, this is easy, bud. You haven't cleaned it up. You haven't said sorry. You keep swearing, and now you're being rough. I was like, that's it. Done. Happy days. No iPad, bro. Rest of the month. Oh, my God, the tears. Oh, well.
Far out. And we're, only halfway, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got a long way to go. For a small person, it's a lot of days.
But also, this is another situation, isn't it, that you've fucked yourself because, you know, you give him the iPad.
Oh, now he wants to be. Yeah. So last night, for example, the conversation I had with him when I was putting them to bed, because his complaint all night was, but I'm so bored.
Read a book.
And I was like, yeah, be bored. I had nothing. I was like, you don't understand. I did not have balls. I didn't have scooters. I had one bike at like 10 years old. Before that, you didn't even have,
Didn't even have a bike.
Right? We had one TV. It only had 4 channels. It had ads. Like and I was like, there were no phones. And they're like, how do you call people? I was like, there was one phone in the kitchen on the wall. And they were like, they couldn't, like, that was baffling. And then they said to me, but how'd you look stuff up? And I was like, you go to a library. And they were like, oh, so you looked it up on the internet at the library. I was like, there was no internet, guys. I go, do you know how many chocolates I had a week? I said, I got 1 chocolate bar a week on a Saturday morning when my dad went to the grocery store. And they were like, oh, my God, what did you eat? And they were like, but what do you eat for? Because I don't give them dessert in this house, but they get dessert at their dad's house, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, but what did you eat for dessert? And I was like, fruit. And they were like...
And if you were lucky, fruit with yogurt.
And then it got better. So they started being like, did these things exist? So I think there's a confusion with them about what Grandma Mari's house was like versus what existed in time. So Grandma Mari would be like, go climb the tree and we'll make a swing and you can play on that. It wasn't that playgrounds didn't exist. It's that she was cooking or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So their little minds weren't able to distinguish the difference. So they were all like, did you have a bed? Did beds exist? I'm like, yeah, I had a bed. Guys, I had a bed.
Well, maybe you should have said, no, I just had to sleep on the floor. You guys don't know how good you got it.
Well, ironically, then said child, so after hearing this, and they were all very concerned about how I grew up as a privileged white female in a really lovely area overlooking the beach. Yeah, they were so concerned for me that there was no internet and that I had to use a phone that was stuck to a wall. That said child, fuck you, iPad, he decided to sleep on the floor last night.
In solidarity?
I think so. It was so bizarre. He's just the craziest cat you've ever met, this kid. Wow. I love it about him, but it's also really apparent. And, I mean, I talk about the fact that I'm soft. I'm obviously not as soft as I think I am because I am following through on all these things.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo, of course, is chiming up in the cheap seats and being like, well, I've still got a device. I could still go and watch stuff. And I was like, would you shut up? I was like, we both know the only reason you have a device is because for some reason you only watch educational videos.
Yeah.
Like you're looking up like, you know, what's the difference between rain and snow when it forms in clouds and shit. Like you actually are trying to, you know, solve all your little questions and you're researching.
I think that's 90% of what my search history would be.
It's like weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know why that is. So I'm just going to ask the internet, what is that? And it's, you know, yeah, even the most niche things, I'll just ask it because I'm like, I could know what that is.
Exactly. And like you'll look up flags.
Ronaldo.
What country does that flag represent?
Yes.
And
oh my
like,
God, is he our child?
I think I stole your child. I mean, he doesn't look like me, but he also doesn't look like you.
No. No,
He's
he does
only
not.
a child that we stole from somebody.
He's also too cool to have any sort of relation to me.
Yes, you do, right?
He's cool. I remember when I was little and he had earrings and I was like, look, this kid's cool.
Right? He was adamant as well. Kids are really funny. They are so adamant about certain things.
Yeah.
Like for a month when Saba was 3.5, and we would watch Paw Patrol in the morning after, you know, breakfast, she pretended to be one of the characters from Paw Patrol solid for 4 weeks.
Which
and just
one?
refused unless you like put her bowl on the floor and like she just would not. She was like, what are those actors that are in character?
Method.
Yes, she's a method actor.
Have you gotten her an agent or some sort of representation? Because she needs to be.
She needs to be. She's over it this week. She's over it because she's gonna go to netball tryouts with her bestie.
Oh, right.
And I was like, you can do it all, girl. Nobody ever just picks one thing. It's like if somebody offers me a drink, I'm like, yeah, all of them.
Yeah. But doesn't she do cheerleading or something?
She wants to. I would love her to do cheer. I think she'd be great at it. And I would 100% be the mum in the background being like, 2, 3, 4, whoo!
Smile.
Yeah, that's me.
I love that for you. Yeah. You're going to be what's Dance Mum's name again?
Is that JoJo or something?
No, she was one of the kids.
Oh,
somebody's mum who went to jail. Oh God, our listeners must get infuriated by our lack of knowledge on anything. And they must hear it all the time and go, no, that's not right.
And remember we spoke about Gillian Anderson?
Yeah.
I saw her interview the other day and she definitely had an English accent.
Interesting.
Isn't that what you said? And I thought she was American.
Yeah, but I think because she was born in England and raised in America or the other way around, she's like got the ear for both accents. So she can just
do you know the accent I hate? And you know I love an accent.
South African?
I am talking to a South African. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I don't have to talk to him. What accent do you have?
You know that really fake sort of like Pacific, like they like have this mix of American and mix of Australian, like almost like Dorit in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Damn it, I've used an example that you don't know. It's this weird crossover where it's like you can tell somebody's heritage is completely different and they're pretending those.
Is it like Nicole Kidman? Like how Nicole Kidman has a real Yankee twang?
Yeah, it's like a hybrid. I just like when people, all right?
I call them international accents, where it's like, you've got a bit of A, B, and C.
Yeah, like Margot Robbie doesn't sound as Aussie anymore.
No. What about bloody Naomi in our favourite show, All's Fair? How bad was her English accent?
Is she a great actress?
Nah.
Yeah, some people are like, I'm just surprised you've made it. Like you just...
Well, she just rode the coattails of Nicole Kidman.
Okay, fair. And also she was married to
Shriver, whatever his name is.
Lieb.
And I think Naomi, I think because she sort of had her rise when Nicole was still married to Tom Cruise. So I'm sure it was just like, hey, Tom, get her a job. I mean, you never know. Maybe we just haven't seen her best work. but I've never seen her in anything that I liked, except I didn't mind her in that Boxing Day Tsunami movie.
Haven't seen it. That doesn't sound like
It's
a great
good.
watch.
Well, all those based on true story ones are a bit, oh, should I be watching this?
Yeah, I know.
I think she was all right in it. But, like, they don't speak much. They just run around looking scared.
Oh, your mates, mimes.
I take it all back, Naomi. You are one of the great mime actors.
So I have seen online lots of ads, Deal or No Deal, wanting to recruit participants for their show.
I think we're not picked.
But we're not picked.
I have not seen those ads, but I would argue, unless they film like 6 months a year, which they might do. They might do because it's 5 nights a week. Unless they film 6 months of the year.
I know how to solve it. We should get Panda to write them a letter. Because FYI, I sent a copy of that letter in the mums group chat, and everybody was good. Like, his writing is really good. Yeah, so he says to me, why don't you love me? And I say, I do love you. That's why I say no to you. Because I love you.
Oh. So you're still best girlfriends? Hand. Does he still want to do all the girlfriend stuff? You haven't broken up? Okay. All right.
We haven't broken up. I can't help it. And Steve's anything, I'm like, do you want to cuddle?
That rascal. Now, going straight from small men to large men.
That rascal.
Can you update us, or grown-up men, whatever, can you update us on your date from last week with the assumed boring 45-year-old?
Okay. Do you think he was boring in real life? Let's play a game. It's just a yes or no, girl.
More boring, maybe.
He was boring. So, you know, it's always a little bit awkward at the start, and that's fine. And we sat down, and we were there to have dinner. Lovely venue, sat down, but he put his elbows on top of the menu, so I couldn't even, I'm a food gal. Yeah. I want to be looking at that menu, yeah. So I'm itching to open the menu, but I'm also trying to mirror.
You get a menu each?
I'm letting him lead. We got a menu each, but I didn't want to sit there and be like, yeah. Like, he really wanted to, like, look into my eyes and ask me a very long series of questions. How long have you been single, and what do you do for work, and how many kids do you have, and how close do you live to here, and, you know, do you work in the city or are you hybrid? Like, I mean, not rivet. I get it. It's getting to know you stuff, but it was very like
logistics. What are your interests? None of that.
I was like, can I get a beverage or like? So after half an hour of that, and so he kept turning the waiters away. We're not ready yet. So what were you saying about you? So you're divorced, but how long were you separated for? And then you got divorced at when? And, like, you know, he really wanted my chronological order, and so he was interested. It just was,
why would he need to know the answers to that? Quite peculiar.
I think he was trying to fill the air, but you don't need to fill the air. Like, I clearly love the sound of my own voice, guys.
I've never been on a bad date ever in my life because I was there. True, because like I have so much fun by myself, just in my head or listening to myself, so that, like, if I'm there, it's never a bad date because I'm enjoying it. I realize how horrendous that sounds, but it's the truth. Never had a bad date because I was there.
I like that. I should come in with that. So at some point we were allowed to order food, and I'm really easy. And I was like, why don't we just share some stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's take this down. Like, let's make this less formal. One stage, he goes, I was actually really nervous about coming here and meeting you. And then he tried to gobble the words back and was like, oh my God, I don't know why I just said that. You're going to think I'm so silly. And as soon as he said that, and then he said something else about being an introvert and he's actually shy. As soon as he said those two things, I was like, okay, I've got it from here. And I put in a lot more work into, like, running the room and, you know, just sort of taking it all a bit left and having a laugh and isn't it silly when blah, blah, blah. And he just let his walls down and he was just a lot more relaxed, and the rest of the date was fine. And also by this stage, food had arrived, which for me is a really big deal. So, and and he would say things like, what are the flavors are you tasting in that? And I'm like, I think it's I think the ceviche is in whatever. And he's like, yeah, I can see that. I think maybe it's this as well. So it was really good. I mean, adult chat, we spoke about super, spectacles, glasses, like stuff that I like, and I'm a money girl, like I like that. So yeah, and then so by the time we finished dinner, he paid. I obviously offered. He didn't want me to contribute. He asked if we could go for a little walk, and then we both went to our cars, which were in the same car park, and off we went. So I actually had a really nice time, and it was really nice to have someone that was genuinely engaged in me, my life, who I am, how I came to be, like what was my perspective on X, Y, and Z.
And then you didn't have like an awkward kiss thing or anything, did you? Businessman's handshake?
No, there was no miss. There was just a hug to meet you, drive home safe. He followed up with let's do it again soon. And then a follow-up. I actually confided in a male single friend and said, how do I really nicely tell this person that I genuinely had a nice time, but I don't have any romantic connection? Or like I can't see that spark. I just don't innately feel it without, how do I say it in a way that's nice but also doesn't sound like I'm making it up? I did actually have a really nice time. And so he wrote it for me and I sent it, and so the date wrote back and was like, thank you so much.
You might have to post it. That's a great tip for anyone, because that was always the most awkward part, when you're like, nah, don't like you, and then trying to get out of it, particularly if they're keen.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he'll find his person. I don't know why I'm rooting for him more than you. I guess because you're not a boring introvert with terrible jokes. Any prospects?
Potentially one this coming Friday with a fit 50-year-old who has asked me out to dinner. What happened?
That's brilliant. All right, well, we've both got to get back to work.
Brilliant.
So inconvenient. I am taking 2 days off next week for my spotlight shoot. I will take notes, as is what I do.
Where is it? I'm coming past.
Well, would it be in a spotlight in some lovely house in Brighton?
No.
I went to a display home yesterday.
I don't know.
I loved it. It's a big house with too many bedrooms. We can turn one of the bedrooms into your room.
Thank you so much.
I've got a bit more brain space at the moment. I am going to revisit this stand-up comedy, because I don't, how I like to finish things, like that bloody 13 Reasons. I ended up only watching 1.5 seasons legit, and then just watching the last 10 minutes of the last episode of season 4. I can't not finish the bucket list of season 1 that has carried into season 2. So I'm going to revisit that. And I did love it when I saw it. It was just when I kept delivering it, wasn't coming out well. So I think maybe I just need to practice the delivery a lot more. Or do some self-tapes. So we're back into it.
Okay.
I will do it. But otherwise, yeah. And as I've said to the people before, if there's anything that you want Yay or I to do, we might not, but throw it out there and we'll see what sticks, and we might do it for you. Good luck with your somethings. Good luck with your 50-year-old fit mandate. Are you watching MAFS?
It's too slow. I just want drama and action.
I always think, oh, well, it's just the same shit as last season, the same before. I shouldn't watch this. But then I get so bloody hooked. Even though it's just the same shit every year.
Yeah, I might.
Even the couples are the same every year, but I don't know what it is. Well, good. Let's hope. Okay, so let's hope that this episode actually works. It is our first digital. We've had to record it in 6 different videos because stuff kept turning off. Hopefully something of it works out. And it just gives us more flexibility. I do think that we should film within various different display homes, because I think that would be hilarious. I'll go and see Trinity around the corner.
Let's go. What's her confirmation then? I'd like to know what somebody with a first name Trinity goes for confirmation then. Are you joking? If her mother did not name her after the Holy Trinity.
Maybe her dad named her after a stripper that he saw. Oh, is that unkind?
Oh, men don't get a say. They probably do now. I reckon back in the day they wouldn't have had a say. Who named you?
Because she saw that episode of Upstairs, Downstairs. Remember the mad woman? Yeah. On that compelling ending. Thanks, everyone. Good luck for the week, and we'll speak to you next week with lots of updates. Bye.